Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III and the Royal Court expansion. So I've had quite a few people asking me when we're going to be ending this series and what we're going to be doing next. At the end of the week, and I believe I mentioned this in a previous episode, but at the end of the week I'm going to be putting out a vlog, or I intend to put out a vlog if everything works out as planned. And in that video I'll discuss what we're going to be doing on the channel for the month of May, because we are about to make some major changes in our life and they'll certainly affect content to a degree. But yeah, we'll talk about that in the vlog. And for those of you who have come to the channel since my last vlog, which was in January 2021, I believe. But for those of you who have come to the channel since then, you'll get to see what I look like if you've never seen any of my older vlogs. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. So I believe we're just fighting this war over here, which is almost done, guys. We just won that battle there. We killed his 755 dudes. Remember, this is just a really small rebellion. And then we also just did the siege. That means the war is over. So let's go and enforce our demands. We'll arrest that character. This could have been so much easier for him. Now I'm not sure that we're going to let him keep his title. I was just going to get a hook, if we had arrested him and then change up his feudal obligations. But now, I don't know, man. I feel like we can't just let this guy rebel and get all his territory back and maybe go through the hassle coming down here to fight him over this one county. So we could just execute him and, we would not get any tyranny from this. That would result in his sister taking over and should likely hate us. So it should be a future issue. But could do that. We could just ransom him, but we don't want to do that. We could just get the hook and change up his feudal obligations, his feudal contract, go up to like high feudal taxes, and that's what I was originally going to do, but I don't feel like that's enough of a penalty for what he did. I could banish him as well. I think we're going to execute him though. He's a witch and a traitor, even though he's only 10 years old. So we're going to go ahead and behead him. And again, his sister will take over, and she doesn't really hate us quite as much as I thought she would. Is that not updated? It's got her as -16. I'm a little surprised with that. I thought she would hate us a lot more than she does. We also captured this character. I think this was his leader, his general. As far as what we're going to do with him, he's a decent general. I could see recruiting him. I don't know if we'll ever use him, because Marshall's a bit lower than many other guys we use. But yeah, we could just go ahead and recruit him. Why not? So recruit him, maybe use him. I don't know. Again, I don't really see us using him because we have some pretty good martial characters. Much better than that one. Now, as far as the next wars, we have so many different choices. I mean, we've been looking at attacking this guy, but I haven't done it because I don't just want a county. We could just take that county. We also have her claim for this county. But yeah, I don't really want to do a whole war for one county. Same thing with Estonia here. We could declare war, but we're not going to get as much as I would like. Now, you can seize the whole High Chiefdom here, but then you're only getting a few counties. I guess you're getting 3. I think the better option would probably be... you're going to get the most counties this way. But if you want to do this where it makes the map look the best, then you got to go after those 3 counties there. In which case, you could just do it for this one here and not use the idea. Yeah, I suppose that's what we'd have to do. It is still 3 counties. It's not bad. Could be worse, I suppose. And then just hand those out. We'll let us play a little bit here, at least get through the winter. And have another notification up here. Yeah, we're not letting this guy out. He wants to pay his ransom, but that's not going to happen. And looks like we're set to lose more territory. This barony over here, when her husband inherits, who's currently... Why would we lose that? Yeah, he's a mercenary. I'm not entirely sure why we'd... I don't think we would lose that, honestly. Oh, no. So, Mieszko has smallpox. Now, we don't know that this will kill him. He could very well end up living. It happens. Now, if he does die, that creates a situation of another split inheritance. And it's not with our daughters, who at least we've gotten... I think we have like quite a few that we'd have to disinherit. Like 4 or something like that, maybe. But of course, our inheritance doesn't go to any of our other children until, he doesn't have any children that can inherit, which he does. So it'd be a situation here we'd have 2 daughters. So I guess it's not as bad as if we were dealing with our own daughters rather than our granddaughters as of right now. She's not pregnant or anything. So we'll just have to disinherit 2, I suppose. And maybe you get 1 to the church. Perhaps her. She's got smallpox too. Looks like smallpox is spreading in Spain right now. Yeah, our granddaughter has it as well. She might not make it. So maybe you just have 1 kid that has to be disinherited. But the good news is I was really excited about playing as Mieszko because he's pretty decent as a character here. But Helena has the genius trait. She's fickle, she's charming, she's going down the intrigue, so that's unfortunate because our current character is an intrigue character, so that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, I think playing as Helena would be nice just from the genius trait. As far as the other granddaughters, I don't think any of them are more impressive than her. No, I think we'd go with the eldest one. Don't really know what's going to happen with Elizabeth yet. We'll just have to see. Maybe our son will make it through this. We'll just have to wait and see. I hope he does, because I don't really want to play as a baby if we can avoid it. So she wants to pay homage to us, so let's go and take that money. All right, excellent. We have a little bit of money for spending. Also, another duke wants to be vassalized. Is this in Italy? Yes, it is. In Konya. All right, so really we have, other than the northern Italy territory here, we'll have all of Italy except for, well, I was going to say except for the papacy, but I guess there's also this guy here. But yeah, we'll go and accept him. All right, so that's excellent. That's a huge little chunk of territory we just added. I think he has, 5 counties or something like that? Maybe more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 counties. All right, awesome. We are now, again, above our limit here, and Mieszko did recover from smallpox. All right, I wasn't sure if he would or not, but yeah, he did. So that worked out well. I was already expecting that we're going to be playing as Helena when our character dies here. So with our vassals, we can change up the crown authority as well. I suppose we could do that. Why not? Let's do it. So we're going to pass that law. Obviously, he's going to hit the opinion. It's going to piss some people off, but that's okay. As far as things over here, because I saw something else just popped over here. Looks like we can usurp a kingdom here. Oh, we can usurp his kingdom title, the Pope's. So why not? We'll lose a lot of opinion with the Pope, but he already hates us because he desires all those duchies. So this isn't really going to change things much. But yeah, we will usurp that, take the kingdom title from him. And you can see his opinion actually increased from that, despite the negative 50, because we were getting so many penalties because he had that kingdom title, and thus he wanted all these duchies from us. And so we actually improved opinion with the Pope from doing that. All right, excellent. So we got another kingdom title. I don't even know how many we have at this point. I know there's quite a few we can still make as well. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it seems. Yeah, 6 kingdom titles. And there's like 2 or 3 that we can create. Maybe more than that. I'm not entirely sure how many. Yeah, it looks like 2, 3. So yeah, 3 other kingdom titles we could create if we wanted to, which we might have to do due to the vassal problem. Yeah, I don't know if we have any duchies left. We can take a look. If they do, we're getting rid of like 1 character when we create these. Well, this is yeah, I guess this is still just 2 here, so that won't work. You got the duchy over here. It's not going to help much. Do we have the money? We don't. We can't even create a duchy title. We'll just have to stay over the limit for now until we get a bit more money. We're earning tons of money now. Also just got an intrigue perk, and we swayed Guy. All right, excellent. Do we want to go ahead and do that again? He still really doesn't like us, and he's a powerful vassal. He's got smallpox too, so it looks like it's spreading through Italy now. Might have went to Italy first, it often does. Let's go ahead and get... I mean, both of these would be really useful right now. We'll go with the prison feudal complex, so it'll be easier to arrest characters, because we actually have some characters we could arrest if we had a better percentage here, like this Duke over here. I'd like to arrest him, and it was a really low chance. Now we have a 98% chance of success, so let's go ahead and imprison him, or attempt to. I think there was somebody else. They're not on here any longer, but there was somebody else. So we were able to successfully imprison him. Excellent. As far as what we want to do with him, he's one of the more powerful characters. He only controls 2 counties directly, but he does have a couple counts that are his vassals, and 3 counts, so 5 counties total, I guess, are under his control. They're just kind of large, so it makes it look like it's bigger than it is. As far as how many of those are in his actual duchy, all of them except for this one here, it seems. Yeah, so, or these 2, I should say. So yeah, we could go ahead and take his titles, I suppose. Revoke. So it seems that we don't have the right to take a title from him. We can also retract this vassal here. This is not rightfully his vassal. Now this would result in some tyranny, but it's not too bad. Yeah, because I think it's these 2 counties that are not part of his duchy. Yeah, it's these 2 here. One of them he directly manages, while the other one is should be under a different duke, I think. I believe we have a duke over here we can grant this to. Let's go ahead and retract his vassal here. Again, that's a little bit of tyranny, but it's not too bad. Again, puts us also over the limit by 2 now. We'll have to deal with that once we get the money. But as far as what we're going to do with him, can we execute him? We could. So that gets rid of him because he's going to hate us no matter what. Yeah, he's going to hate us quite a bit. So it makes sense to go ahead and execute him and then let the 2-year-old heir take over. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. We don't have to deal with this situation over here for quite some time. So yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do, is just execute him. Could have also demanded a conversion and got a weak hook from him, and then changed up, which, you know, he might not hate us as much if he was a different religion. He's probably still going to dislike us quite a bit, though. But then we could have changed up his contract. Then we could have got him up to the feudal taxes, getting us a little bit of money. Because yeah, here in the low, we don't really get any taxes from these guys. So yeah, that would be an option as well. And then you get him converted because, you know, his daughter takes over, and you know, she's also Orthodox, so you're going to have that problem still in the future. But yeah, we took a title from him, so it just makes sense to go ahead and just execute him. So that's what we're going to do. And I don't think you can ask a baby to convert. Maybe. You can. Well, let's see if she will agree, as strange as that is. Is there anybody else we can imprison that we want to and weren't able to? I don't think so. There's this character here. He doesn't have any money, and it looks like he's married to our daughter. So yeah, we don't want to do that. And which character is this? So this guy's actually quite powerful. Okay, I didn't see that. He's been building his empire up, hasn't he? Look at all this territory this guy's got. And it looks like he's got 2 duchies, 5 counties. He's pretty powerful. But he is the rightful duke there, so it makes sense to grant this to him. And this will also improve his opinion a bit. Yeah, he likes us a lot more now. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Hopefully he won't be an issue in the future. I'm sure he will be. Look at this. Yeah, this guy's one of our more powerful vassals now. Does he have the... He doesn't have the more powerful noble thing, but I think that might pop up now. We'll have to see. I don't know if he's any good. He's got decent intrigue. Yeah, he might make a good spy master, and he likes us as well. She is not willing to convert. Apparently at 2 years old, her faith is just too strong. So she is not going to agree to conversion. She wouldn't even do it for a bribe. So we're saving up to be able to create another title so we can get rid of the vassal limit issue. We won't be able to build anything in these territories just yet. We can create another tile, so let's go and do so. Again, I'm not entirely sure which one we'll create because none of these are going to get rid of very many titles. There's this one here. Is that... that's not here. Okay, this would get rid of 2. I mean, we're only 1 above the limit right now at this point. Yeah, I can see granting it to one of these 3 characters. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's create that title. I think that one makes sense. So we're not going to get rid of a ton of vassals, but it will leave one spot opened up. So if we get any other characters willing to accept vassalage, then we'll have that 1 slot. So as far as which one we're granted to, she's 35. She has heirs, so it looks like somebody else is going to be her primary heir. Her mother is. Are these all bastards? Oh, she just has a bunch of bastard children. Well, that's interesting. I'm not entirely sure why this daughter of hers... Yeah, she's not a bastard. I'm not entirely sure why the mother's going to inherit. Okay, so kind of a weird situation here. I don't know if that's who we want to make the Duchess. She's okay. She's got the diplomacy here. As far as her opinion, I think she has been arrested. And we demanded her conversion. So yeah, she kind of doesn't like us. Now a lot of these have ticked down. They're only -1, so it's not much of a problem for much longer. You have an Impeller here. He's a twin. He's got good intrigue, okay learning, and he's a knight of ours as well. So it makes sense to probably reward him. And then you have her. She's 43. I didn't look at his inheritance situation. He's got a son to inherit. Looking at her, she also has a son who can inherit, though that son is reclusive. But she has an heir and a spare. And as far as her stats, she's very, very good at learning. I don't know if I've ever arrested her or anything. We'll take a look here. Yeah, there's really nothing hitting us too hard with the opinion of her. Does he own any territory? He does not. So really I could see either of these. Where is the duchy seat? It's here. So we'll just give it to him then. Alright, so we'll grant him this duchy title. Alright, so here's that title. So he'll like us quite a bit, and that will get rid of that penalty we're getting. And yeah, he's now got a plus 96 on opinion for us. Alright, excellent. And gives us one more slot in case anybody else is willing to accept becoming our vassal. Which we could actually be working on that. We'll continue to improve opinion with Duke Guy, but that'd be one thing we could do as well. So we're almost out of the winter here. Do we want to keep this? I suppose we're using it. It doesn't cost much to reforge these, so we will. Now once we get out of the winter, we'll declare war up here and take a couple more counties. Faction was created against us. That's just a populist faction, not really an issue. Lost that hook there. And a secret has been exposed. My vassal Duke Sesto has had an extramarital affair with his lover Alina. How could he defile the sanctity of marriage? So he's an adulterer now. He might have already been one, but that does not allow us to arrest him or anything. Also, we can increase our feudal taxes on this count here. Let me just see where he's currently at. He's one of the low ones. All right, excellent. We want to get those taxes increased. So let's go and do that. I really like when those events pop up. We get it without having to arrest them or demand a hook and then change up their contract using that hook. So that's a pretty useful event there. We do have somebody else we can sponsor, and this is for armor. She's very competent. Why not? We'll do it. We'll see what she produces. Maybe it'll be something decent. All right, so we are very much out of winter. It looks like I missed the spring here. But yeah, let's go and declare war on the Queen of Estonia. Again, to just take this southern territory over here, which is part of our kingdom here, so we can go ahead and do it using her de jure claim. And we don't have to use the piety. Though we have plenty of piety and prestige. Neither one of those are an issue for us. All right, so let's just go ahead and raise our troops up. Probably right here. This should be a fairly easy war. I didn't even look how many troops she has because it's not really an issue for us anymore. She has, she actually has a decent sized army. That's surprising. But even then, it still doesn't compare to ours. We have 32,000 possible troops here. So we'll raise these up. We won't need as many. I won't need all those, I mean. Yeah, our ally has about 824. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these troops raised up right here. I think, let me just see where the best supply is. Yeah, that's definitely the best supply area. So raise the troops up right there, and we're only going to need maybe, I don't know, 12,000 or something. Oop, and we raised up way too many. I got this on way too fast a speed. So we'll have to disband some of those, unfortunately. And who is this that we can imprison? A mayor. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and imprison the mayor. And we will deal with both of them. Oh, okay, this is her. Okay, I was thinking it was the male character. Okay, so she cheated on him. I just assumed it was him. But yeah, she's pregnant as well. So that means, let me take a look at who her lover is. Is this count over here? Okay. So we'll probably just get the money from her, I think. Yeah, let's just get the 30 gold. Alright, so let's go and stop these guys from raising any further because we have plenty of enough troops, way more than we actually need here. In fact, let's go ahead and, I mean, we'll build the armies out first, but we're going to have to get rid of a lot of those. We can pay for them, but we don't want to pay for them. So let's just see how many we can fit into these areas. I mean, it doesn't matter. No matter what, we're going to be over the supply because I'm not going to just have armies of 1,000 here. So yeah, we'll unfortunately be over the supply no matter what. So we'll go with like just 2,000 or so, and that should be good. Maybe like another 100 dudes here. 137. There we go. See if we have any good siege commanders. I don't think we do. So we'll just go with the next best character over here, and we'll have him siege. So we only need 2 siege armies, I think. And we'll put him here. In that location. Alright, let's go and split off one more siege army. Yeah, I just don't see the point with the without the siege engine. It's so slow. And we might be able to win it just through battles anyways. Alright, and he'll go over this way. And then this army here doesn't need to be all that strong. Maybe like 10,000 men would be enough, and so the other 14,000 here we'll just want to get rid of. All right, so this looks good. We disband these troops here, and then we'll actually be in the positive. I don't know if we can disband them now. We can. All right, so that'll be helpful. All right, so we want to attack them. However, we're just gonna wait for them to march after us. And yeah, this is what we already knew, that she's pregnant from that scandal. She's out of prison now. Gave us the 30 gold. And we could just go ahead and march up there. We can get up to here to support them there. But yeah, you can see that we are over the supply limit. There's our troops, so we just want to get those engaged and destroyed as quickly as we can here. And we might even take some attrition just to get it done with. So I'm not willing to pay any gold to do this. We only have 59% chance of success there. There's the rest of our troops. Alright, so we want to get those engaged. We would take 500 casualties. So we'll just let her come after us, or come into our own territory here. And then we'll fight her. Looks like she's going to go crossing that. Alright, so that actually works in our favor, though it does take a while to get across here, doesn't it? Is she in another war right now? She might be. She's being raided. Okay, but that's up here. But yeah, hopefully she'll come up into here and then stay away from our sieging troops. Yeah, she's going to do the siege there, so we'll wrap up around this way and attack her and all her troops here. What we should have done is probably split off some of them and put them here so she can't just retreat. But some of these are going further away, so they're not going to be able to get out of there anyways. Let's see what these new notifications are about. I think it's just about being able to call the allies in. Also, there was a marriage there, but it looks like it happened on its own. That was the marriage over here to this duke. Okay, excellent. Oh, he just died. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So the duke died there, which he was one of our counselors that were waiting to pass away. And that'll leave us in position to go ahead and put somebody else in place of the marshal position, because we have 3 powerful vassals right now, all who want a position. And currently in our council, just one member isn't a powerful vassal. He's 64, so we're just going to let him die, and then we'll probably put this guy in place because he's got pretty good diplomacy. We have another steward here that's also pretty good, but he's the same as Sesto. But I'm not seeing any good martial characters. That's surprising. So what we might want to do is take a look if either of these characters are better. They would not. He sucks. He's another character I'm waiting to die. Alright, if we were just trying to put powerful vassals in place here, I mean, you got the diplomacy character, but other than that, yeah, nobody really for intrigue or for martial. So we're just going to put somebody else in place here. Probably Prince Ivan is what I'm thinking. Our bastard half-brother. I think he'd be good for this position. We could also put Vladimir in place. He's not quite as good, but yeah, that'd be an option. He likes us a lot too. So we could do that. I mean, both of them like us. Let's go ahead and put Vladimir in place here. I know he's not as good at the martial position, but that's okay. He'll get better at it. And just keep him organized in the army for now. I don't think we have any control issues or anything like that. All right, so he's going to... Oh, he's actually bringing troops from sea. I think that's his ally, in fact, or her ally. Yeah, her ally is bringing troops from the sea. And let's go ahead and now attack him here, and hopefully this will end the war for us. We have those 2 sieges going as well. And it looks like he's going to put all of his... Or she's going to put all her troops here. I don't think we're going to get her engaged. That's what I was afraid of. But you do have these 3,400 here that haven't crossed. But I suppose they'll just cancel and march elsewhere. So with this here, we're not gonna do it to her. I think we'll do it for, and we're very close to getting both of these. The Living Legend, yeah, we're not that far away from getting that one. And then the Religious Icon, same thing here. In fact, we're a lot closer to getting the Religious Icon one. Okay, so what we'll do is, let's do it for the Prestige then. Although we're getting a lot more piety. Okay, so we'll do this one then. I want to achieve both. Alright, so we won't be able to engage them all in battle, I don't think. But we'll get to fight some of them. That means that they're going to attack our sieging army over here. When we get this done, I would even be willing to lose them if we get the siege done. 5 days to get over there. Yeah, I don't think we'd be able to get it done in time, so we might have to take off, unfortunately. Yeah, there's no point in getting them destroyed for nothing. Yeah, and they do have some men-at-arms and some knights, so that they would probably win that, I assume. Yeah, so let's just take off over here, and they can march up this way, and maybe they'll end both sieges, unfortunately. But this big battle should be really helpful for the war score. And yeah, we'll just retreat over to here, see what those 2,500 troops do. Looks like they're just going to stand put, which is kind of strange. Maybe they just want to see what the results of the battle were going to be. With that win, we lost 306. They lost 3,300. We got 25% of the war score. Not quite as much as I was hoping for. So that's unfortunate. We did capture some enemy combatants. Hoping for some better knights, whatever. That's just a level 10. Might not have very good knights, though. Let's go ahead and march across here and see if we can engage those guys and bring them back to do the siege again. They might attack over here. That's a real possibility. But I'm wondering... Oh, they're coming back now. So we need to get them to stay locked in there. So what we should do is attack here then. Stop that. Okay, so they're locked. Let's go and attack here now. Oh, okay, they're actually going to get all the way over here. Alright, well, we will defend them then. Alright, so hopefully, yeah, that shouldn't be a victory for them before we're able to get there and help out. So let's go and start this siege over here, though. We are marching ahead of our army a bit, so we should probably wait. Just wait until they get done with this battle, since she still has her troops over here. Just see if there's anything here that's important. I think this is still that same, yeah, Baroness over here. I don't know why that would cause an issue. I think it's just because it's a mercenary that's going to be inheriting. Alright, so once we win this battle here, give us a little bit more war score. Got us up to 62%. Excellent. And I think we've already maxed out the battles as it is. Yep. So no more battles will grant us war score, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and move these guys up here, and then we'll move them over to here. How's he doing on... Oh, he's actually pretty low on supply. So we should wait a second. I mean, there's really not much you can do when it comes to the supplies here. Yeah, and I don't really feel like splitting them all up. It's fine. We'll just have to be short on supply, I suppose. Let's just get these sieges done. We were not able to sway the Duke. Unfortunately, failed again. It's not the first time we failed. And yeah, it doesn't really matter where we stand, so might as well go here then. And that siege will not be enough, so we will have to do both of these sieges here. 4 months and 5 months. She's taken off to sea. That's interesting. We could actually go ahead and do this siege then with this army here. Because yeah, with them gone, we shouldn't have to worry about them attacking here. This is going to be 13 months, good God. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Despite having all those men-at-arms, we don't have the siege engines. So she's back. Okay, I thought that might be a threat. So let's go ahead and bring our troops over here. And we'll engage them even though we don't really get any benefit of doing so. I imagine that she's not going to attack if I don't let her get locked first. This siege will be done here, but battle doesn't help us at all on the war score. And so we have to complete both of these sieges, likely, maybe even another one. Yeah, seems like we're gonna have to get another one done. So let's go march over here and start taking that location. And we are lucky that we do have such overwhelming numbers here. And that is why we can, march around with our troops and have supply issues, and it doesn't really affect us. It seems like they also might have supply issues too, though. And also I saw that we could vassalize somebody else, a prince over here. Let's go and take a look at him. Oh, that's Bohemia. Former king of Bohemia, which he's now known as Prince Robert. Yeah, let's offer him vassalage then. I was going to conquer him, but it wasn't going to be easy to do. Had to wait, first of all, to be able to do it. Yeah, that makes sense to go ahead and do it peacefully. But then, yeah, I think we might have been able to get both of them in one war. Might have been 2 wars, though. That's kind of a pain. And Jerusalem now holds these. King Milo of Jerusalem holds these 2 counties. Much have recently inherited those. I don't think he had that before. Probably won't attack him. He's a good Crusader king. Alright, so we did finish this battle here. And it looks like we wiped out their troops completely. Alright, excellent. So this siege is now just 2 months away, and that'll likely be enough to get the job done. Oh, you know what? We have to stay there. I guess we will. Might as well. Just want to get it done as soon as possible, because I think that should end the war. Hopefully, anyways. So he did accept vassalage. Of course, he's not paying us much in taxes, but I got that filled out there. Now it's just this one little hole being caused by the King of Jerusalem there. Alright, so yeah, I was thinking that was going to require a war. We can also go ahead and give the prince over to his rightful liege now, the duke here. So why not? So he won't even be under us, and that improves our opinion with the duke as well. Alright, so just waiting for the siege to finish up. So just going to speed this up. Since, yeah, we're less than 2 months away here. And it was a fairly easy war. We had to do some bigger battles here. But yeah, it was a fairly easy conflict. And we just want the best quality item here. So with that in mind, I don't think we'll go with this, because that's a 40% that the item will become a lower quality. And who is this? Okay, so this is with the antiquarian. I see. Yeah, I don't want to replace her. So I think we'll just do this one here. Yeah, let's just do that one there. The safest option. Alright, so we'll see if this siege is enough. It might not be. Nope. 87%. Damn. Alright, so not quite there. We still don't have the capital yet, so that's probably what's causing us issues here. Can we march to the capital without taking attrition? We cannot. Now, taking attrition isn't that big of a deal, I suppose. But this siege here might be enough as it is. All of our people lack supplies just because of how low the supply limits are here. I mean, they're incredibly low. I guess you just want the quickest siege, which would be this one here, because hopefully these 2 sieges should be enough. Yeah, we'll just go for the quickest siege, and of course these guys are going to eat up all their food, start taking some large amounts of attrition here. So we really need to get these damn sieges done with, so the war will be over. Maybe that one will be enough. I guess we'll have to see. Alright, nothing in here that's new. Well, it keeps saying we got new stuff. Prisoners that can be ransomed, maybe. Another hybrid culture has been created. Nobody new to be imprisoned. No, that's not what it is. And we outlived our rival, finally. He died in the prison. Took a long time. So that gave us some prestige, some stress reduction. I don't think we had any stress. And with that siege won, we have now finished the war. So let's go ahead and end it and take over that duchy. Alright, excellent. So we're going to go ahead and disband all these troops, which are starving. And now we need to grant out these counties. Looks like one of them is already under somebody. So we just need to grant out these 2 here. We got a new countess over here. We're going to ask her for her conversion. We don't have a hook or anything. She might accept. We'll demand her conversion, see what she says. Now we can just grant this all to one person or whatever to kind of avoid the vassal limit. Like maybe give it to this count here and just give them these 2 titles. But we can also just usurp the duchy title here, which is better for the long run, I think. And then that would also get rid of this vassal and this vassal. So yeah, I think that's the better option. You turn these 4 counties into just one vassal. Because we are again over the limit. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that, guys. Let's just, do we want to give it to this guy? I'll take a look at him. He's actually really good when it comes to stewardship. He is 59 years old. It's really not the best option for the long run, I suppose. And she would have to convert before we gave her anything, but she's not really all that impressive either. Do we have any knights that we want to reward? Make them into a duke? We could take a look here. I think most of them probably have titles already. Yeah, it does seem that all of our current knights have titles, so really nobody there. As far as our children, I don't know if we've given titles to everybody yet. Like we could give titles to their family here. We haven't given him anything just yet. So it could make our daughter into duchess, essentially. I know we've given titles to many of our other son-in-laws. This guy here, obviously he's the duke. He was already a duke. Or he was already set to inherit the duchy there. So we're now allied with him, of course. We were already allied with his father. So yeah, I think it might just be her, because I know that he has titles. We made him the duke over here. What about, obviously she's in the church. How about Anna? So she's betrothed, but he's still 14. We'll give him titles later, I suppose. So yeah, it's really just Jadwiga, that still needs some titles for her husband. So we'll make him into the duke, I think. So we'll grant him these 2 titles here. Well, we might want to go and usurp that first, and then we'll grant him all of it. I think that's the better way to do that here. So let's go and usurp this title. And then we'll grant him the duchy. Alright, so give him those 2 counties, and where is that duchy title? Here we go. So yeah, he's really going to like us. He already kind of liked us as it was. And they already have children as well. They got a son here that's looking pretty good, stat-wise, trait-wise. All right, so now we've rewarded all of our son-in-laws. And also reduced our vassal count over here some. Okay, so that's how the empire's looking now that we added that in there. Could do like a little war here just to take this one county. Though... yeah, for one county, you gotta fight 3,000 troops. And she did not accept it, not surprising. They rarely do. And we also need a new court physician, apparently. What happened to our previous court physician? Oh, okay, I see. So Jadwiga, when I did that, we did lose her as being able to work these positions, unfortunately. Alright, I didn't really think about that. That's fine, it's not that we don't have anybody. We can have Zofia do it instead. Yeah, I think she would be good for this. She's already the High Almoner, though. I don't know if that would remove her from this position. I guess we'll find out. No, she's still the High Almoner as well. Okay. So she can do both of those positions. And didn't we have Jadwiga doing the court tutor? We did. So can she do all these positions? I kind of feel like we might not want her to do all these positions, though. Let's give Anna some position here. I think that makes sense. All right, excellent. Giving all of our daughters a job or a role somewhere in our empire, something for them to do. And unfortunately, we lost a level of court grandeur. All right, well that's okay. We got that intrigue perk. Excellent. Let's go ahead and knock out the Forever Infamous, so that our dread will decay slower. And he wants to pay homage to us. So we'll accept that. He didn't give us any money, unfortunately. And we're back up to level 10 court grandeur. The inspiration was realized. It's okay. So obviously not as good as our current item, though I don't remember what we gave our son, and if that's better than what he currently has. We actually have this armor too. I don't know if we've given I'll have to take a look at that. We'll take a look at our 2 sons, Vladimir, and so I guess it's quicker to go through here, and Mieszko, and just see if the item they currently have, yeah, this one's better. I don't know that we gave Vladimir anything, so we will go ahead and grant him one of those. Which one do we want to give him, though? The better one? Yeah, he doesn't have any armor. Yeah, we could give him the better one, I suppose. Why not? I don't know who else we'd grant it to, honestly. Yeah, we don't have any other sons or anything. So yeah, we'll grant it to Vladimir. We're doing a lot for him for somebody who we disinherited under suspicions that he wasn't wasn't ours. Maybe that wouldn't make sense in a roleplay here, but we're not doing a roleplay, so we can do whatever we want. But yeah, we want to grant him an artifact. So let's give him, we'll give him the better one. It's better than just sitting there, not being used. All right, excellent. So he'll have that. Increase his prowess, which, you know, he is one of our knights as well. And he's our marshal too. And he wants to ransom her. Yeah, I don't see why not. So we'll accept that ransom. We need to go through all of our prisoners, apparently. Yeah, we got quite a few from that conflict. So we'll ransom the ones we can. Hire the ones that are decent. And convert all the others. If they're not already Catholic. So this guy will just get a weak hook on him. Here's a character that can be converted. A handsome character here. So we'll go ahead and demand his conversion. And get a weak hook on him. We don't want to recruit him. Is that the one that was already ransomed? No. We can ransom her as well. We could have just converted her too. That's one way to try and get all these people converted. But you know what? I don't care enough. We'll just take the money. And we had acquaintance die. We gifted the artifact. And that one ransom was accepted. So we should be able to do this ransom now. As for this character, since all these are in the same... Oh, maybe not. This person can't afford it. I wonder if he's making any per month. He's not. We'll just accept what he's got. And then we have this character over here. Don't want to recruit him either, so let's just demand his conversion. Alright, so hopefully that'll get rid of everybody. I don't know if I went through them all. I think this guy I didn't go through. Oh, nope, he did. We went through all of them. Alright, excellent. So got a little bit of money here for these characters. 40 gold right there. Alright, so we got 629 gold. Let's go and see if there's anything we can build over here, which there is. So let's go and improve the pastoral lands. And maybe over here as well, improve the hunting grounds. Alright, excellent. And we are now in 1166. We also finished building that city, the village center. Excellent. But yeah, we are in 1166. So we have finally made 1 year in the game. Good God, that took a long time. This is easily like the slowest of my series. Like as far as, you know, this is episode, whatever it is, 38, I think. If you compared it with episode 38 of the English or the Byzantine series, we were a lot further. And part of that's because of the DLC and all the many things have been changed and added. There's just so much more to do and consider now. And we cannot sway him. I'm trying, but failing over and over again. So that's part of the reason. Another poem here, guys. We won't read this one again. And this is the same character, the Hungarian king, keeps on writing to us. We'll just say, I can see this is truly heartfelt. And praise his poetry. And also we have an alliance proposal. Who's this with? Alright, so he's not married to anybody. So this is him going down the diplomacy route, I see. So I don't really want the alliance with him. If he wants to join our empire now that he's broken away from the Pope, as you can see, no, he hasn't. He hasn't broken away from the Pope. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. He wants our protection without actually pledging his allegiance. And Count William has been excommunicated. I'm pretty worried that we'll get excommunicated as well with the low opinion. So far we've been alright. We've been maintaining pretty low opinion with the Pope for most of the campaign. More people we can imprison. Looks like we got a countess and a count. I kind of wanted to imprison her anyways. She rejected our demand that she convert. So we're going to go ahead and imprison her. And there's also this Count William over here. And not entirely sure. Oh, okay, so he's under Guy. So there's really no benefit to imprisoning him outside of taking his money. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that after the other imprisonment comes through. And then we'll just take his money, I think. There's a duke over here too, but we're allied with him, so we can't even arrest him. Somebody had asked me if I could take away Vladimir's one county that we gave him here, since we just gave him that whole duchy of Bohemia. However, we can't because we're allied with him, so you can't seize titles from somebody you're allied with without an actual reason for doing so. So, you know, the game's just not going to let you act that arbitrary. I wonder if you're arbitrary if you could do that. So let's go with, we'll go with this one, I suppose. Going to continue improving the walls and towers. I did forget that I was thinking about building the church over here, so we could also save our money for that. We don't need that much more. It's like 400 gold. And we have arrested him as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and deal with these two prisoners. With her, I think we're going to, if we don't get any tyranny for her, which we might go ahead and take her title. She's not our direct vassal. That's right. She's under that duke we just created. So her primary heir is actually her sister, who's the Queen of Estonia. It's interesting that none of her daughters are set to inherit. So they must have some type of election system here. So you might not want to execute her then in that case. But I think our dread has dropped, so we would like to get that. I don't really know if she would inherit that or not. She shouldn't be able to inherit it. But it's hard to say. We're not getting a notification about it, are we? Yeah, we actually are. Yeah, you think she wouldn't be able to inherit that. I'm not entirely sure why that's allowing her to inherit it. Despite the fact that we have we actually have the absolute royal authority right now. The highest level, whatever that one's called. I think it's absolute crown authority. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure why. Alright, well what we could do is negotiate a release and demand her conversion. So that's what I wanted from her in the first place. So let's go ahead and do that. As far as her claims, she actually has a claim on the entire Kingdom of Estonia. You could make use of that, I suppose. But we're not going to. Let's just make her renounce her claims. We won't get the weak hook on her. She's not even one of our direct vassals. We'll just make her renounce the claim. And then with this character, again, we're just ransoming him for the 50 gold. Just a way to make a little bit of money here. Alright, excellent. So we forced that conversion on her. Also, we just got a new patriarch, Daniel. And he's not very good. And his learning is incredibly low. We might want to take a look and see that the patriarch is still converting faith. He is. And it's going to be 2 months, despite his low learning, because his predecessor did most of the work there. As far as our steward, he's still increasing over here. We're up to 18 development. I think we might go ahead and stop there now. I think that's probably pretty good. I mean, we could go all the way up to 20, I suppose, just trying to let it spread out a little faster. Yeah, it's still remarkably higher than the rest of the region here. So I suppose you can go all the way up to 20 then, in that case. Yeah, we'll go all the way up to 20 until we get that penalty, and then we'll stop it. Almost have enough money. There we go. Excellent. And we just finished up the hunting towers over there as well. So we're wanting to build a church over here. A temple. All right, so get that church constructed, and unfortunately, it does look like that's going to be the end of the episode here, guys. We'll let it go to the end of the month here, and these two can get married. All right, so that's somebody who I was thinking about giving some titles to, the giant who just married her daughter. Yeah, just taking a look at him. Remember, he's that handsome giant. He probably won't be one of our knights, actually. His prowess is just not high enough. But I'm hoping that these two have some giant children. Bring that giant's blood into our dynasty here. We are into April. In fact, we're almost into May now. So we'll have to end the episode here. We have expanded a bit. Got a little bit more territory. Had some people willing to become our vassals, and we conquered this duchy over here. Also put down that rebellion we had in northern Italy as well. So yeah, our character is now 58 years old. He's very close to living legend and religious icon. I think he should achieve both of those. He's feeling absolutely fine, so probably living well into the 60s, maybe even to the old age of 70 or longer. We're almost done with the perk tree here. One thing that somebody suggested doing is after we finish getting the torture trade, rather than going down the seducer one, which we don't really need, is to then go ahead and switch up our lifestyle over to the learning one, and maybe get the medicine focus here, and then you could start down the whole of body to try and get some perks that might make you live longer. Now, I know the whole body here, we're not going to get to that, or to healthy for that matter. I don't know that any of these will actually make us live longer until you get to this one. Yeah, so you'd probably want to go this route here. This also makes you less likely to get disease. So yeah, we'd probably go to, like, down this branch here if we're able to. Remember, we're going to go really, really slow because, you know, this is not our focus here. But we do have a book that'll make it faster. I never actually did take a look to see. Oh, we have a little event here. We'll have to look at that later, though. We don't have time for right now. But I did want to take a look at that one book. So that's the stewardship one, and that's the martial one. Did we have one for intrigue? I don't think we did. But we do have a learning one. So what we could do, we actually have 2 learning ones. Probably don't want to get rid of that one, though, because it's the most prestige. Well, you know what? Actually, the bonus is mostly increased for the lifestyle. The prestige is the same regardless. Okay, I didn't think about that. So what we could do is just switch both of these over to the learning lifestyle books, and then you're getting a 15% bonus to that, which is absolutely fantastic from books here. And so that could help us speed through that perk tree a little bit faster to maybe try and keep Mieszko alive for as long as possible so that maybe we get to 1180. You'd have to live a long time to get there, though, into his 70s. But maybe we live to 1180, and then we can actually change our culture using all that prestige we have. Now, we wouldn't be able to do it all, of course, but we would get one tradition, and we could even get one of the more expensive ones because we do have so much prestige. But yeah, he's basically like a living saint at this point. He's certainly the most remarkable character we played as in this particular campaign. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.